So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Welcome to my Galaxy S22 Ultra versus S23 Ultra speed test comparison. Let's go ahead and begin with a boot up in 3, 2, go, and see which one can get there first. Now, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 on the left, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 on the right. Some people called the S22 Ultra's chip the hot dragon because it warmed up a lot. It wasn't as efficient. And this is really where you're going to see the biggest changes is within the CPU this year, as well as that 200 megapixel camera. But take a look at that. Boots up far faster than the Galaxy S22 Ultra. And that's why I actually really like this phone, is because it feels much smoother and faster, as you're going to see throughout this video. So the first win goes to the Galaxy S23 Ultra on the boot up. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at their fingerprint sensors and see which one is quicker here. And I don't think we're going to see a difference, a big difference here on this. Let's go ahead and do it again. You could see not really a big change. So the in-display fingerprints are not really different, but generally speaking, scrolling through the OS, once the S22 Ultra gets warmed up, it's pretty similar. But I do have to say that there is still some stutters that I notice on the S22 Ultra, especially when it first boots up. But overall, both of these phones are very smooth. But generally speaking, it's something that you only notice if you had the S22 Ultra and then you come to the S23 Ultra, that the phone just feels smoother to use day to day. So that is just a little bit of a difference there between both of them. But both of them rocking the 120 hertz adaptive refresh rate. They both can get very sharp, these panels. So if we go to display settings here, I do have them in full HD for the video, but they can go up to WQHD plus. Now, both of these are going to be running One UI 5.1, Android 13 for this speed test. Okay, guys, so we've arrived at the app test. You can see everything is closed out for both phones. Let's begin with calculator, and you can see identical. Let's go into clock. You can see just about identical heading out of there. And you can see One UI 5.1 has improved animations. That's to the right. But One UI 5.1 definitely has improved that on both phones. So let's go into Play Store. You can see that might have been the S22 Ultra. Could I be wrong? Go ahead and go to games, and you can see about the same. Now you can see just how pronounced the curves are here though on the S22 Ultra. They definitely flattened down the display. It's not flat fully, but much more flat than the S22 Ultra. Let's go into Instagram. And you can see Instagram neck and neck on both phones. And you can see both phones do well there. Well, once again. So it's looking like, unless you want the camera upgrades here and you want the better battery life efficiency, the S22 Ultra should still be fine for a couple years for sure. Let's go into categories, things to do, a little faster on the right. And so they did pretty good with the One UI 5.1 in terms of improving performance on S22 Ultra. Let's go into Amazon on both phones, and you could see definitely both very good here. Let's go ahead and click this Samsung vacuum, and you could see again very good on both phones. Go to Best Buy, and you could see S22 Ultra hair quicker products. That one to the S23 Ultra. These look like the identical performance here so far. Although I still believe my S23 Ultra is performing, in general usage, I just notice it feels a little smoother. And over here, you'll see that we do have, just about the same load on Dead Trigger 2 as well. So definitely pretty good on both phones. The GPU is better for the S23 Ultra, so if you are looking for better GPU gaming performance, it will be better. Also, I find that the S23 Ultra doesn't get nearly as warm in actual game play. So the S22 Ultra got really warm, and let's go ahead and hit play on both these phones, and you could see about the same. So, the S22 Ultra was really powerful as well, and don't allow, and we'll see how they do here. And both loading about the same time, maybe a millisecond to the S23 Ultra. So yeah, let's go over here to Subway Surfers, and you'll see Subway Surfers better on the right for sure. We'll hit tap to play. And this speed test is just showing the maturity of smartphones, you know, being at a point where, you know, it's not just about performance anymore, even though the S22 Ultra is not as efficient, especially when it comes to heat management. You know, in terms of just general performance, it's still very good. You can see both of them doing just fine right there. And there you go. So yeah, you can play and do about the same things on a similar size display. So if you're looking for maybe a used S22 Ultra on a deal, not going to be a bad idea. Let's go into Geekbench 6, and you can see both identical there, and 3D Mark. That's going to go to the right by a hair. Overall, I would say pretty much neck and neck in your everyday application speeds and performance. Now, I will say though, like I say, the S23 Ultra just feels better at efficiency, heat management, and generally throughout day to day, I do find these little micro jitters to happen more on the S23 or S22 Ultra. They're just harder to show here on video because they don't happen. They happen like sporadically. Like I would have to like make a video all day to kind of show you what I mean. So they don't happen all the time. But generally speaking, both of these are very fast and very good performing phones. Now talking about RAM management, both of them do have 12 gigabytes of RAM. So I don't see any delays happening on either. Oh, there's some weird stuff. So that's what I'm talking about. Get this weird, that was a weird like little twitch right there. It's nothing really, but it's something. Looks like Best Buy was loading. And S22 Ultra, pretty good. Not bad there. And I have to say, they've really improved the S22 Ultra with later updates, because when it first came out, I was not happy with how that was performing. We'll go into Subway Surfers. And then we do have Hill Climb, Asphalt. So you've seen the S23 Ultra did not do that thing right there. Like where it kind of like reloaded funny. Let's go over here to eBay, Best Buy, Amazon, Groupon, Instagram. And then, yeah, so I do find the S23 Ultra a little bit more overall refined, just a little bit more polished. The animations look smoother. It's just it's a feel thing. You'll have to see it in person. All right, guys, so the final Geekbench scores are in for the Galaxy S23 Ultra, and you could see 1900 and 4969. Now, these results have been done for a minute already, and we're still waiting on the S22 Ultra. So definitely the less powerful phone on the left. Take a look at that single core. That's a pretty sizable improvement, but where we really notice the improvements is on the multi-core score, which is saying a lot because you do a lot of multi-core things when you get a premium phone like this, don't you? Or are you getting this big overpowered phone just to do regular smartphone tasks? Let me know if you're spending $1,200 just to go on Instagram and to go on Twitter or YouTube even. Let me know your thoughts down below on that one. But we're going to go ahead now and run a 3D Mark extreme test, and I'll be back when they are done. Let's hit play on both of these and we'll see how they do with these results. All right, so I did the Wildlife extreme test. On here you can see 3705, and then over here 1844. So you could see we have an average frame rate of 22.20 on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra right there. And then we have 11. So this is double the performance according to Wildlife over the S22 Ultra. That is huge. So if you loved your S22 Ultra, you love that phone, but you were like not down with the performance, you want more performance, you want better speed, go with the Galaxy S23 Ultra. It's going to be a fantastic phone. In terms of other areas of an upgrade, they have the same size battery, but that efficiency means longer life on the S23 Ultra, so that's better. Cameras are an upgrade as well. Other than that, same body, similar build, flatter screen, but not a flat screen, and more blocky kind of feel. A little bit more boxy, I would say, on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. So that's going to wrap it up here for me. If you have the S22 Ultra or you plan on getting one, or the S23 Ultra, you plan on getting one, have questions, comments, concerns, drop them down below. Full review is arriving this week. I'm finishing up my night photos later today or tomorrow, so just stay tuned. That's coming. And I'll catch you on the next one. Nick here. Be sure to be well. Thank you very much for watching, and peace.